Thanks for logging into MyFoxHurricane.com. I'm meteorologist Dave Osterberg. And of course, the hurricane season in its infancy here, just kind of starting off, second day, climatology-wise. And, you know, in June, there's really only a couple of spots that we would typically get storms to form, either in the Gulf of Mexico or in the Western Caribbean. And then they kind of work their way north and then eventually northeast. So guess what's happening? There we go. We got ourselves our disturbance. And yeah, it's a pretty strong disturbance, but right now there's a lot of wind shearing going on in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere. So a lot of times what's happening is underneath all of this huge convection, which you can see there, there's a low-level center trying to form somewhere, but every time it tries to get going, all of a sudden, these cloud tops get ripped off with this wind shear. It's actually a good thing because it will keep it overall as a weak system, but there's a lot of moisture with this, and this is going to be a heavy rain producer for at least South Central and South Florida. And then we'll see if it goes a little bit farther to the north and even Central Florida, it gets a lot of rain out of the deal. But as far as the wind shear goes, you can see it here, it's colorized for you. So see how the cloud tops just kind of fan out like this. That's a sign that we're getting that wind shear within this system. I mean, it's a pretty impressive area of convection, but so far we just haven't had a low-level center. Now, if one develops, easily becoming a tropical depression, if not a tropical storm, but just based on the fact and we've got all this wind shearing going on, some drier air moving through the Gulf, which may get entrained into it. It should be a relatively weak system as it approaches the coast of South Florida sometime late tomorrow night or early on Saturday morning. And as is typical, the models are finally coming together, finally kind of saying to themselves, okay, we think it's going to be somewhere between Fort Myers, Naples, and then South Florida where it moves onshore. This is just going to be a huge rainmaker overall. Boy, and you can see the difference. Central Florida, based on the path of what these models are throwing out, doesn't get a lot of rain. Now you get down to the Miami area, a completely different setup. And as far as South Florida goes, they've seen a tremendous amount of rain in the past month or so. So that's not going to help this situation out. And there may easily be some flooding. Miami going down through parts of the Keys up to Naples. Going to kind of wait and see how all the heavy rain bands set up. Will there be a wind? A little bit of wind, but notice even Friday afternoon, winds may be gusting into the mid-30s for the Keys, mid to upper 40s for the Keys. So I don't think, in fact, wind's not going to be a huge issue. No storm surge, anything like that. It's just going to be a lot of water, a lot of rain as it works its way across. The latest rainfall totals could bring between now and say early Sunday morning close to what is that, 8.70 inches of rain in Miami. That's a lot of rain, folks. That's flooding rain, maybe 3 or 4 inches of rain around the Naples area. But let's just say for the sake of argument that this storm was to trek maybe 30, 40 miles to the north, and some of these higher rainfall amounts will then get up into the Tampa and St. Petersburg area, which right now calling for some showers and some rain, but nothing like what they're going to have over South Florida. So whether or not this gets a name or not, kind of up in the air, probably a depression, but just a very wet system as it moves through South Florida Friday and into Saturday. Elsewhere, nothing in the tropics to be overly concerned about. We do appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you soon.